Hello, thank you so much for joining me, and today we're going to be doing crafts with Mudlarking Find. Okay, here we go. Craft number 4 of 5 of Halloween crafts. If you made it this far, well done for sticking with it. This one is a head scratcher because I've got I say this about all of them, but it's true. I have got a basic idea of what to do, and I just hope that it all sort of pulls together. What can I say? It's how I work. Idea, and then just cross fingers. So what I've got today is the second. Remember, I bought 2 of these frames, and I made one. They're oval, very old frames with an awful magazine picture inside. Okay, and the last one I made into a pincushion. So if you haven't seen that, go back a few videos on the crafts, and you'll see that I made like a pincushion type notice board thing with it. Okay, so my idea for this is I get sent every now and again some lovely jewellery of people that they've made. Okay, and I think I'm going to say the first one I ever got was this hand-painted necklace from Christina. Right, and then since then I've been given key rings. Sorry, I've had key rings. Oh, that's one that Alison made, if I remember rightly. Lots of key rings, another necklace here. That someone made for me. You know, I've got quite a few bits and pieces in here that have been made for me. But I just have them in a bag. I just have them in. Oh look, there's a. But I'll just have them sat in a bag, and some of them I have hung up every now and again. But I thought I need something to display them on. I need something. So it's going to be a Halloween jewellery organiser. Why not? Why not? Halloween jewellery organiser. So we'll leave those to the end because we don't need that jewellery now until we've finished it. And I really need something to hang on the wall because that gravestone craft is massive. I had to take it downstairs and leave it down there because there's no room up here for it. It was that big. I don't know what to do with it. Right, okay, so I've already taken the paper off the back just to save a bit of time. I'll probably glue that back on like I did with the other one. So that's off the back of it. I've bent back a couple of the nails. I'm going to just take the back off. That I want to keep. And that's the original mount. We don't want that. The original mount off it. And this is just the back of the magazine picture. Very, very faded now. Take that off. And glass. We don't even need the glass. So let's get rid of the glass. Just get the nails out. Sorry. Just little tiny nails. I need to take up. This is just 2 frames I got from the charity shop. Okay. That's the majority of those nails taken out. That is too thin to do anything with. It'd easily break if I tried to make it into a stand or something. So that I'll dispose of that in the recycling bin. 1 second, just pop it there for now. Okay, so we've got our frame. We've got our back bit. I think what I'm going to do is just going to look at it and think about it for 1 second. Okay, what I've decided to do is I'm going to just move that frame to one side. I might decorate that frame, but for now I'm just going to concentrate on the back bit. So I'm thinking I might decopatch these serviettes, these Halloween spiderweb serviettes onto this back bit there. Just takes two, just not quite big enough to go over that end there. Let me see. Right, yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to decopatch that on there. I think there's a single sheeted. Oh no, there you go. Peel that back bit off. The plain bit. Do it on that one. And it's not quite big enough, so I'm going to do a little bit of this one as well. So just peeling off. I've only ever used this stuff once before, I think, on one other thing. So this is a new thing of crafting, using these paper serviettes or napkins. I think they call them paper napkins, don't they? Call them in America. We call them serviettes. There we go. There you go. Simple as that. Right. Okay. We've got our single layered serviettes now. Let's put on a load of decoupage glue. Get a nice big brush. Don't forget it dries quite quickly. This stuff, but I'm putting it down as one piece. I'm not ripping it up or anything. Using decoupage glue, and which is nearly running out actually, so I might have to order some more. I say nearly running out. It's about down to there. When I think of how much I've decoupaged with it, it's really been value for money. Right, okay, let's quickly get our first piece on there. I will be gluing over the top as well. That decoupage glue acts as a lovely glaze, so I'm just going to press that on. Don't forget, this is not something that I usually work with, so if I make mistakes, it's because this is really not something that I usually do. Right, we can line it up. Now I'm just going to decoupage over the top. So, yep, the decoupage is a glue glaze. A glue and a glaze. Okay, I think that's all that covered. I shall dry it and then just tear off the outside edges. Hopefully that will work. Right, just let me get my little heat gun. I'm going to give it a dry and then we'll just make it neater along the edges. Right, well, I've just realised that only the front bit of this napkin has the actual silver spider's web. All the other webs are just like a matte grey. So, only that one you can really see. So what I'm going to do, I had no idea, honestly, I had no idea that was that. Let me just take this off, the excess off, because I'm just going to have to, let me cut it. I'm just going to have to stick, it looks a bit strange just having one silver thing on there, so I'm going to use a few more napkins and just put the silver bits on there. Cheeky, aren't they? Only putting like one bit of it that's got the silver bit on. Cheeky, cheeky. Okay, let's just... Luckily, you know, the majority of this is going to be covered anyway, but, you know, you would notice that for one strange reason, that just one corner is silver. Right, okay, let me just get rid of that in a second. Right, so yeah, can you see just one corner is silver, right? Okay, so here is a set. Let's just see how we go tearing it. Just think a torn edge might be better than a straight edge. Sometimes you can see straight edges very clearly, if you know what I mean. When you put them on, you can see really quite a straight line. So if you tear it, a bit like when you're doing wallpaper, I'm hoping that you won't notice it quite so much. Let's put one on and see. Otherwise, I'm going to just have to change my mind on what I'm doing. But yeah, you know, what do you call it? Happy accidents. Right, I'm just going to go off camera, scream, because I'm trying to pick this corner off here. Right, there you go, got the corner. Okay, right, let's see if we... Right, let's glue. Let's deca patch that one on there, see how we go. Yeah, needn't have bothered drying it. I could have just put it straight on top. But I didn't realise till I was drying it. I was thinking, why is that not standing out? Why have all those spiders have disappeared? Okay, right. Let's just pop that on. There you go. Right, I'm just going to repeat the same in both those corners there. I'm going to put the silver webs on. I'm going to dry it. I'm going to trim it, and then I'll come back. Okay, I've done that now. I've managed to fix it. I've put all the silver ones on. Okay, so where it looks white, it's just because it's still a little bit, well, not wet, but you know, it's got a skin on it. But yeah, I have now glued all that onto the back of there. I think it looks okay. I also think I want to do something with the frame. I don't necessarily want to do it all over though. Maybe just like this bottom bit I think I'll do some black gilding. I think I'm going to get my gilding glue. Okay. Gilding glue. You call it metal leaf size, gold, or all sorts of things like that. Gilding glue, whatever. Right, so let's get a bit of a wedge of that. Okay, let's get a brush. Let's get a big brush. I don't particularly want it solid, so I might just dab bits on. I'll dab bits on. If I don't like it in patches, what I will do is just go over it and completely cover it. So yeah, I'll put it on, but I know I will leave just the odd gap in between. Like I say, I don't want to do it all. I don't think for now. My thinking is I just want this bottom corner. So I've just sort of dabbed it on, left the odd gap in it. You know, I've not done it super duper neat. We'll see. We'll see how unneat I've done it anyway. So you must use the right glue, because then what you have to do, once you put the gold size on, the gilding glue, whatever you want to call it, once you put that on, you have to dry it, because then it will dry tacky, and that's when you put the black leaf on. Right, okay, that's dry. Now I've just dried it with the heat gun to make it a bit quicker. Oops, stuck to it. Told you it dries sticky. Right, okay, so I've got some black leaf here. I'll get the brush on it in a minute. I'm just laying it on to see what we're working with. So you can see it does use quite a few sheets. Right, now let's get to business. Got a couple left there if we need any more. Right, I need a dry, soft brush. There we go, last one remaining. Right, let's start. Okay, I'm going to push it on. I'm hoping it'll have a distressed look about it, but not to worry if it doesn't, because I will just go over it. Really getting all the bits of that aren't stuck, all the bits of gilding stuff that aren't stuck. Right, let's inspect that and see what that looks like. You know what, I really like it. Can you see how it's a bit patchy? I'm not sure these harsh lights really show it. Right, I like that. I like it just being on that corner there. I do. I like that distressed corner. Right, I'm just going to put that to one side until I can put it in the bin. There wasn't much left of that. Okay, let's keep our surface clean. Right, okay, there was something else I wanted to add to this frame. I really quite like it like that so far, but I was given a load of bits off Charlotte. This was a bag of Charlotte actually. There's just tons of stuff, and I found this in it. Can you see that? Sorry, like a fastening thing. I don't know quite what that's off. Okay, but my idea was I could glue it or screw it and glue it on the bottom of there, and it would be something else to hang stuff off, because you can open it. It opens, look. You just put that through there. You've got two separate pieces. So I'm going to put that the other way. So it lies flat. So I'm thinking, is that the middle? Thinking of gluing. Shall I glue? No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to screw it. I'm going to screw it, and then I'm going to add something else to it. But I think that will just add a nice little thing at the bottom. Okay. Don't forget, this is going to be Halloween. There is going to be something Halloweeny on this. Right, don't worry. It's not just going to be a something with a spider on it. There's going to be a bit more thought to it than that. Right, okay. Let me get... I absolutely hate. So I'm going to get a bit of a glue first, just so it helps us. I have to make sure it's in the middle. I think I'm going to say that's in the middle. Just going to fold that back. Okay, that's glued in place. Sorry. So plug my thing in. One sec. Plug my glue gun in. Right, okay, so we've glued that there to help us keep it in the right place. You see? That's the bottom of there. Okay. I've got some tiny screws. Well, they're not tiny, but, you know, they're not massive. Just a screw. I absolutely hate using drills and things like that because I'm rubbish at it. But I just need something that's real glue. If I'm hanging things off here, it's really got to hold on here, otherwise you just rip it off. Even with that other glue, even with the permanent glue, you know, it needs a little bit of something else. Okay, that'll do. I will stick a bit of permanent glue on that as well, actually. I've hid it. I've hid it because Willow's doing art, so I have to hide my good glue. Bit of permanent on that. In fact, we'll undo it. Stick it underneath it, so every little bit helps on that. Okay. So, because we just don't want that falling off. That has to be looser. Okay. That has to be down there like that. Can you see? That has to be looser. Thank God I've learnt that before I screwed it in. Oh, right, okay, it's looser. That's better, otherwise you'll never be able to undo it. Okay, that makes sense. Right, let's get a screw on the other end. Let's really make sure this bad boy is not going anywhere when all the glue is dry. There you go. Okay, right. Okay, ignore my terrible drilling, okay. Just going to put a blob of that glue there. Sorry. God, I hate hot glue. Oh, it gets me every time. I hate it. I like the moaning crafter. Right, there you go. Moaning crafter strikes again. Hot glue to fix that now. Okay, right, well I don't want those tatty ends showing, do we? With a bit tatty here at the end. So I do have these metal corners. Okay, so let's see if we can with glue. Oh, how about that? How about like that and then bent them round? What do you think? What do you think? We put those on and then bent the corners round to fit the frame. In fact, let's stick it on. See if it works. Let me see. I bent that round there. Then bend that one up there. Does it work? Does it look okay? You know what? I think it does. Right, I'm going for it. I am going for it. So I want both permanent and I want hot glue. So let's put the permanent one in the middle there. Sorry, middle of that, permanent one. Hot glue. I'm going to you know what it does? It looks okay. Better than the screw. It just gives that frame. It's difficult to see. God, why is it so? I don't know why it's so dark. I've got every light on going. Right, there you go. Oh, there you go. That's a bit better. Can you see? It covers the screw. It gives some sort of thing to that. Okay. Let's do the same on the other side. Let's get another one. Let's just stick it on and bend it. So what I've done, if I can pick it up, right, is get that. I'm just going to sort of stick it over where the screw is. Right, bend it at the bottom. Then I'm going to bend it at the top. Okay, and then I'm going to glue that on. There we go. Oops. So metal bit on that bit, metal bit on there, just finishes that edge off. That's the bottom of the frame, okay? Stick it that way, let's move that out of the way. That's the bottom of the frame, okay? It's got that gilding there. I've lost my lid. There it is. Okay, so that is that. When all that glue is dry, as well as the screws, that will be a nice substantial thing to be able to hang stuff off. Okay, right. Okay, I might put something else on here. I probably will, but for now, you know, we're working towards doing the middle bit. So I think what I'll do is I will attach that middle bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put hot glue and this glue around the edge. Right, okay. Oops, upside down. So far, so good. Okay, right. I'm just gonna, just for extra security, I am just gonna get another glue stick. I'm just gonna put extra on, especially if it's holding stuff. So I'll put some hot glue on a few corners. Doesn't hurt, does it? Just to give it that extra strength if it's going to be holding something. Okay, all the corners have got just that little bit of extra hot glue, and this is purely because it will be actually holding stuff. I'm going to put this glue on in a few places. This will really hold it. There we go. This is why I never have any glue left. But there you go. Right. Just going to give it a little quick dry. I know the what's it doesn't need heat, but just that. Right, what I'm going to do is I am going to put the original brown piece of paper back on the backing of it. Be a shame to get rid of it when we can use it. So just let me find a dish for that. Just going to put it on with tacky glue, just because it's quick drying. God, I think I've picked the most rubbish brush I've got. There you go. Yeah, so sometimes you just have to use a stronger method of fixing things if you're going to hang stuff off it, especially, you know, if it's going on your wall. That's the last thing you want. You don't want things clattering down to the floor that you've made. Okay, let's get that. Let's get the paper. Well, it's even got still got the price on. I paid £3. There you go. I paid £3 for this picture frame. I think they were £3 each actually. Not £3 for both of them. Right, there you go. So I glued that back on there just to finish it off, you know, just to give it a bit of a thing. Right, now. Right, let me put the lid back on this 1 second. Right, I also bought this from the charity shop. It's a little clock. It did have a little thing here that you put it to the front, and it just meant it just stood up, but I don't want it to stand up, I want it to go on here. And the idea behind 3 o'clock is that actually is the witching hour. A lot of people think it's 12 o'clock, but it's not. The most activity happens at 3 AM in the morning. So that's why that is set to 3 AM. I'm not going to put battery in it. It was brand new, but from a charity shop, not used. But yeah, I don't want it to start moving. Right, but I just need to do something to this because it just looks a little bit too new. And you know me, I like to make things look a little bit old or haggard if I can. Right, what colours have we got there? Those are a bit yucky. Let me get my little colours in a sec. I've got black. There we go. This one is black soot. Okay, sorry, that was a bit quick. Black soot. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Right, I'm not necessarily going to hang things off that, I don't think, unless it's particularly light. What's the best way? Well, maybe it might be able to take it. Right, okay, so I'm going to put that clock in the middle. We want it to be nice and secure. Take that sticker off, otherwise we're just sticking the sticker and not the actual thing. I have a few healthy blobs of this. Okay, let's go for it. There we go. Mixture of hot glue and permanent glue on that. Right, okay. Give that a second. So far we've got a clock in the middle of our spider's web. Okay. Right, so now comes in. Might decorate that as well, but I just need to get things in place and things made before we start doing the final little bit of decoration. Right, what I've got to hang things off is a selection, like you do, a selection of hands and arms. Okay, I've got a selection of all sorts of hands and arms, and my idea is to glue them on there in various different positions to hang jewellery off. Right, but first of all, I need to paint them. So let's move that out of the way. Let's get a board down and let's get some painting done. I don't know if I'm going to use all these arms, but I'm going to paint them all, and then we can decide once we get it all finished, get it all painted. Right, just going to use that buttermilk one. I'm going to give it a coat or two of the buttermilk, and then probably distress it and age it with something else. With this colour, and then what I'm probably going to do is just dress it with either inks or just rub some black or grey paint on them, like I've done before. Right, okay, you can imagine what painting arms looks like. I'm going to paint all these this colour and then come back to you. Okay, these have got a coat of paint now. I've also dug out this skull, this bird skull that I bought the mould of Temu, just like a little silicone mould, and I cast it in casting plaster. So I want to also give that a coat of paint, and one of these little figurine heads as well. I want to give that that a coat of paint and start afresh with that one, maybe if I use it. But for now, I've given those. They've had 2 coats of paint. I just want to give these a quick coat of paint as well. So I'll paint the skull, and then I'll distress that at the same time as distressing the arms. And also, once I've finished painting that, I'll give this face a couple of coats of paint so we can start afresh with making her into maybe a witch. Maybe a witch, something like that. So yeah, she's going to get a coat of paint. That's going to get a coat of paint, and these have already had a couple of coats. Right, what I'm going to do is put some paint on a white that's dried out. Got some black here. Let's use a bit of black, I think. I'll try it on the little arm. Let me just see what it looks like on. Yes, it looks perfect on there. Right, okay. I'm just gonna do it with these now. There we go, there's another one. Right, I'm just going to do that to all of them. You put the paint on, but then you fold the paint into the wipe, right? So you're not directly wiping that paint on, it's sort of going through the wipe, if you know what I mean. Okay, there's another dirty arm. Right, I've done all the arms. As you can see, they all look nice and dirty, nice and old. I'd done one skull and then realised if you hadn't seen the video before where I've done that effect on these skulls, I better show you again. So you want to turn it from that one, to that one, because it just looks a little bit better. And all I do is I just put the paint in the eyes, paint all around, and then just wipe it. There you have it. You've got a wherever the other one's gone. There it is. You've got two skulls that look a little bit old. There you go. Right, I'm not quite sure the best way to age this. I can always paint it, so I might just rub it the same. I did want darker eyes though. Right, so I might just dry my brush in there, get some black paint on it, and I think just dry it off on here. Sorry, one sec. I might use a brush. I'm going to see what it's like. Into the eye sockets. Okay, might use it, might not, but we need to have them, don't we? Just in case we're going to use them. Right, so the arms are done. The skulls are done. Let's see about this one here. Let's see if we can paint her green. We'll put a bit of green paint in there. See if we can make her a witch. Might use it, might not do. But, you know, just showing you what you can do. Looks very bright on the camera, but it's not quite as bright as that camera makes it look. Painted. I'll give it a quick dry so we can do some detail on it. Right, I think I'm going to give her red eyes. Quick blast, let's get it dry. Right, black eyebrows. Finding thin paintbrushes, that's the tricky bit. Right, that'll do. Let's do the eyebrows. It doesn't matter, I suppose. We might not even use this. Right, there you go. Look. She'll actually have black lips. She's a witch after all. Let me go back over that. Oh, I tell you what, no. I've put a little wart on her there. There you go. She's obviously going to have a wart on her nose. She's got one on her face. She's also got one on her nose. There you go, wart on her nose, wart on her face. Right, hair. Let me just get a colour for her hair. Right, I think we'll have a mixture of brown and black for her hair. So I think we'll put brown on first and then we'll go over with some like little black streaks or something. It's really hard to concentrate on doing the craft when you've also got to concentrate on being in focus. So I'm very sorry if sometimes I go out of focus. It's purely because I'm not looking up at the camera. It does look very bright on the screen, but honestly it's not as bright in person. But you know me, I will go over it with something to dull the brightness. Poor figurine, never knew she was going to end up as a witch. Right, I've just got a bit of brown on the face, so I'm just gonna. It's a good thing about painting, you can just go over. Yeah, give that a quick blast. Let's get that out of the way. Yeah, again, crowding in on myself here. Right, I think I want some black streaks or something in this hair. Okay, that looks a bit better. Right, our little witch's face, which I will go over later with something to make it darker if I use it. Right, okay, let's get this lot in the water. Right. Are we ready to start sticking some things on? I think so. Right, let's make some sort of space. Let's get rid of this and put things away. You know, that rare thing that I don't often do. Okay, let's put these to one side. Let's get that out of the way. I've got a cough in there as well. Okay, right. Okay, let's get comfy. Here we go. Doing all this is also giving this time to dry a little as well. You know, the E6000 glue. Right, okay, I think that's looking nice so far, isn't it? Look at that. And that looks quite smart. Right, okay, what? Let's put some hands on. We don't want to put too many on. Let's just have a rough idea of where we're going to put them. Another, maybe a little one up there. Right, okay. You know what? Let me look, I'm just standing up, sorry, to look overhead. I think that is perfect. Right, okay, so I'm going to glue these on. I am going to double glue them. I will not be hanging anything off these until this proper glue has had a chance to dry. Sorry. I'm just putting the glue on out of shot, sorry. You think I'd be used to filming with cameras now. Okay, it's getting harder to put. Oh, there we go, big bit of glue in there. I think this is the last one. Difficult to keep track. Right, a little bit of both glues. Okay, like I say, I will not be hanging anything of those until tomorrow. Right, but that is not enough. That is not enough. We need something else. Strands of glue. Okay, there we go. So far, it's difficult to show you. As per usual, I'm doing big craft. So we've got the hands reaching out of the witching hour clock. The witching hour, that reminds me, I have stickers. I have stickers that I want to turn into a sign. I've got these stickers. I printed it off on two different coloured paper, on stickers, sorry. The brown sticker, which I think is probably a bit better than the white one because it's just, the actual thing is printed a bit darker. Oh no, I don't know though. Oh, I don't know. Right, I did it in different sizes. Let me just check, see what other sizes. Oh, go big or go big or go home, as you say. Right, while that's drying, just for 1 minute, I'm just going to cut this out. It's a sticker, and I'm going to stick it onto a piece of card just to make it a bit stronger. Okay, beware the witching hour, which is 3 a.m. Like I said, bit of black card. Oh, see, I didn't use all my arms. I've got 2 little arms left over there as well. I'll save those for the... Actually, I will. I'll save those for the very last Halloween project that's tomorrow. Right, so I'm just going to unpeel this sticker. You know me in corners. We don't work too well together. There we go. Just sticker paper, get it off Amazon. Easy peasy. Okay, stuck it on a piece of card. I'm just going to cut it out again now. There you go. Just a little bit better on card. It's a bit firmer. Okay, right. I'm just going to see if I've got anything metal. Or shall I just... I might just glue it on, you know, I might just glue it on, sorry, I might just glue that on there. Right, I'm just going to have a think about that. I'm going to have a look through my little box of finds. Right, okay, I couldn't find anything. Couldn't find anything suitable to put on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it on there like that. And there's no weight to it. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay with a little bit of glue from the glue gun. Okay, so that there. You know how I like things to go outside of the edges of stuff. Right, okay. That's nice. I'll show it to the big top camera while I'm doing it. Just it's so hard to show these big things. Oops, sorry, let me try and... So, there you go. There you go. Getting there. We are getting there. It's difficult to hold it straight, but you get the idea. Okay, let's go back down there to the desk. Beware the witching hour. Right, let's stick some things on here. Otherwise it's just a little bit... Tell you what, we've got that little arm, haven't we? I wonder if that little arm would look okay. Even though I've done this before and it's a bit oversized for that. But no, I like it. I like it nonetheless. Sorry, it's because I've got no room. I've just put some glue on that arm. Okay, so I've just put glue at the end. I'm just going to hold it there to help it dry. So I'll stick a bit more there. Just make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Last thing you need in the middle of the night is a little arm moving in a coffin. Gonna thingy glue it, proper glue it. So just on its wrist there, I'm just going to put some proper solid glue, or it will be solid when it's fixed. And then I'm going to put down here the hot glue. Not quite sure where it's going to touch actually. So see the arm coming out. Just gonna cool it down, so it right. Just gonna put another hot glue bit down there. There we go, we've got another coffin with an arm coming out, like you do. Where should we put that? Where should we put that one? I'm just going to see where I think it can go best. Oh gosh, I don't know. Right, just put it there for now. Right, just leave it there. Let's see what else we've got to work with. Oh my god, I was even driving myself mad with that. Right, I think I will definitely have some sort of skull on there. That's for sure. Maybe one on a hand, actually. Yes, that is a definite. That's going to go on that one. It will leave enough room to hang something off it as well. Okay, just going to hold that there. Yes, 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 yes. I like that. I like that. So maybe not put that skull down there because it's a bit too close. See, because we've got a skull on the hand there. I don't want that skull there. Just too close. So I may pop that one up there. And a may actually means I will pop that one up there. But not glue gun strands. Right, there you go. There's a skull on there. Okay. Right, we've got a spider. Definitely think a spider can go. Okay. We have got a sticker spider. 1 second. I wonder if the smaller one on the clock itself. Right, let me just put the lid on that. Okay, it's coming together now. I have turned it into something Halloweeny. I know it looks a bit touch and go as to whether it's Halloweeny. Don't forget these were done on clear sticker paper. I like that. I like it a lot. And yeah, you know what? I will stick that down there. That is going down there. Okay, what else have we got? We've got this. I think that's too samey colour as the arms. I might save that. I might save that for the last craft actually. I do have, because I was going to do something else, but I changed my mind for the last craft. The last craft I'm doing is a really big craft. But I did make some tiny little ghosts because I was going to do something else. But I might just pop. Yeah, I'm going to pop some tiny little ghosts on here, I think. I think we'll have one there. Oops, hang on. That's tiny blob there. Just going to pop a little ghost on there. Oops. Okay. I've actually got one that's sitting down. Maybe he can sit down up there. Yeah, the craft that I was going to do, I'm going to do it next year instead. Oops, sorry, just put some glue strands on there. There we go, another little ghosty there. Got three ghosties. One down there, one on top of the clock sat down. And then one there on the corner of that. Okay, that spider looks good on the clock actually. That looks really good. Right, bit of web and then I think we're done. Bit of web and then I think, oh, we've got another spider here. Right, let's use this spider. Where can we put it? No. Right, I think over here, just because that's got a big thing on it there. Okay, right, let's get some web. Put it over, and then I think that is pretty much done. And it's pretty firm. I can put some lightweight jewellery on there to show you what it looks like. Right, let's get some of this stuff. It doesn't stick to my fingers. Ooh. You just buy this in packets with about half a dozen spiders, and you just pull it and it makes like a spider's web. Okay, and if you've got sticky fingers like me because you've been gluing, you just end up a complete and utter mess. Oh God, it's never ending. Oh, right. Right, this last little bit here. That's the rattling you can hear is my bracelets as I'm trying to get this stuff off me. Right. Right, you know what? I am definitely liking that. Let me get something to hang off these hands. 1 second. Right, there you go. There it is. I have actually filmed this once before already, but I did have it on the wrong camera. So there you go. There it is. Beware the witching hour. You've got your little witch there. You've got your witching hour, which is 3 o'clock. You've got your skulls. You've got your creepy hands. You've even got little ghosties and little cobwebs and spiders and things. But that is a perfect Halloween jewellery holder. There you go. I've put bag charm already and a little necklace on there that have been sent to me. Right, there you go. Little Halloween jewellery holder. Right, I do hope you've enjoyed that craft. One more to go, and it's going to be a big one. So I'm hoping that Mick can sort of condense it into a shorter video, because it's going to take me a few hours to make, I think. Right, so if you really liked it, please don't forget to put that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because I really appreciate it, and it's free. We don't do our main bit of this channel is to actually go out mudlarking, tiplarking, that sort of thing. The craft is just an extra. I generally use more found things than one little witch's face. I usually use a lot, but I've had to do 5 Halloween crafts, so it's been a bit tricky. To think of something that uses things we've found. Okay, so we managed to shoehorn that witch's head in on this one. She was found on a tip somewhere local. Okay, right, so yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please watch the last one, which is tomorrow. And thank you so much for all your kind comments of all the videos that I've been doing, because I really have worked very hard to get you some nice things to watch, and hopefully things that you can replicate, because I do it very, very simply, very easily. All these sorts of things you can do yourself. Okay, bye.